Hello everyone, this is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and this is your weekly forecast for December 15th through the 21st of 2019. So I apologize that it's a little late getting posted, but I was off the grid in Sedona, Arizona for the first time ever for the 12-12 alignment and the Gemini full moon, so it was very magical. And I am deeply grateful for those of you who have reached out in that interim and are patient with me as I deal with re-entry over here and getting caught up. Little by little, it is happening, but this week is important because we have a social and collective planet that got together on December 15th, which was Sunday, Jupiter in Capricorn trining Uranus in Taurus. Now, there is an orb of influence for this because Jupiter is going to be in Capricorn for a whole year, and Uranus is going to be in Taurus for several. But as of this year, this is the only contact here in December, so let's set some intentions, as it were. And by the time I get to the end of the forecast, you're really going to want to use these two to set your intentions around some bigger dreams and some liberating visions for your life in this new decade. This is huge, y'all. This is so juicy and delicious and supportive for making things real in these earth signs, right? So here we have another social, Jupiter and collective, Uranus, planet getting together in an easy angle, which is a mixed blessing. Whether positive or negative, it makes awakening consciousness easier at this time. What have you learned in the last year or two that has completely altered your personal reality? What kind of awakenings or aha moments did you have? This whole year has been more or less dedicated to recognizing and understanding what we believe to be true or even possible for ourselves or the planet. Now the energy shifts to what you can manage and maintain yourself. These two are just arriving in their respective earth signs of Capricorn and Taurus, and they both affect groups of people. So this energy is in the air, as it were. It's time to get real and honor all life. It's time to be responsible, know who you are and how you want to live. It's time to create all new structures and foundations that serve the many and not just a few. Jupiter brings an annual class through each sign, and no one is exempt from the learning. It helps to know where your own Jupiter is so you know how to blend the lessons and navigate your own 12-year cycles more consciously. This year's lesson is in Capricorn, which already has Saturn and Pluto there. It's almost like we've done a lot of the demolition of the old, developed what resources we have, and now Jupiter comes along and lifts us into the possibilities of the new that we are just beginning to co-create. This trine is super useful for expanding the vision of your life and thinking way outside the box of what is possible. And because of the earth signs, I'd venture to say it will be quite literal. Our bodies and Mother Earth. We are eternally connected. What happens to her happens to us too, and vice versa. If you have a lot of earth energy in your chart, this is going to increase it, so you may want to use your other elements to co-create your reality at this time. So balance it out if you already have excessive planets and earth signs. If you don't have enough earth energy, then this will really help you bring that in consciously and balance out certain aspects of your life in a much needed way. So in general, these two getting together activate your consciousness in a huge way. There are sudden aha moments and more clarity than you've maybe had access to in recent years. Uranus always activates us to learn or try something new, or try something in a new way, to the tune of 3, 6, 9, or 12 years. Look at the Jupiter cycle. And in this context, you will want to express something you've only just recently discovered or realized is truth for you. And you're bursting at the seams to show everyone how you and your consciousness has grown. That's great, but make sure your new truth is grounded first. Think of the first trimester of pregnancy or a new sprout that hasn't totally rooted itself yet. New beginnings are delicate and require extra care and protection at first, so pace yourself with your new discoveries. This activation spans a year, so pace yourself and pay attention to what comes up now, December 2019, that is reactivated and revised in May of 2020 and finds its footing or roots and finally gets its final polishing activation in September of 2020, right around harvest time, which could be pretty literal. Wow. They could also be positive, as Jupiter is one of our benefactors and always brings blessings along with his lessons. Seeing this as an unfolding new truth or new aspect of self emerging, Get a feel for the earth energy, your body, the soil, sand or trees, plants, minerals and rocks, gems and crystals. It's a great time to expand your learning or education. Get certified in something that you want to share with others. But try to avoid ideas and people with more flash than substance. The combination of Jupiter's luck, which is really a strong faith and following it, and Uranus's sudden seemingly out of the blueness, which is really a sudden opening in your consciousness that allows you to see things in a completely new way, things will feel very quote-unquote ordained or magical or destined. Just stay grounded and present, because often when things seem too good to be true, they are. What I'm talking about here is more about inner and outer alignment, faith and opportunity, when the path just opens before you and you have no doubt that this is the new direction that you're supposed to take. So, deep breath. There's some relevant reflections. From the last time these two were in a trine, it was a fire sign. It was Leo of Aries in 2014-15. And this is from that post back then. As long as we maintain integrity, lead with the heart, be creative and authentic, remaining free and independent is easier. However, if you are struggling with self-esteem, self-worth issues, as well as being independent and capable of defining who you are and what you want, then this is the year to face your issues square on and make some real progress. So that would have been 2014-15 forward to now. Just keep in mind that what these energies trigger for you are bringing these issues or relationships into the light to be transmuted and purified with this fire. Leo's the heart. Aries is all about you. It's going to burn away all the excess or illuminate it and reveal your true beauty and innate value. Believe in yourself. Know that you are here for a reason, and while your path is unique for you, we are all sharing this journey of self-discovery and evolution of our planet. Activations will be personal, social, and collective, and during the next year or so, we will be creating containers for this fire to burn safely and productively. Use it to connect to your heart, passion, and true purpose in life. So, how'd you do on that between 2014-15 and now, 2019-2020? What's also interesting about the current 2019 Capricorn-Taurus Earth activation is that if you were paying attention the last time they tried in 2014-15 in the Leo-Aries fire combo, you may agree with me that it feels as if whatever self-love, self-worth issues we were able to resolve over that time, and whatever inspirations came out of that awakening, we are now being asked to earth them, make them real, create containers for all the ideas that you have curated over the last 4 to 5 years specifically. These two getting together like this is rare and special, and you can make great strides in short periods of time when the social and collective planets get together like this. So, deep breath. Very powerful activation this week. And then our next activation skips all the way to Thursday, the 19th, Mars sextiling Saturn. This energy gives you a tremendous power booster to your drive to create stability as you define it. You will be more willing to do the work, starting with a plan that is carefully thought out and then methodically carried out. Plan and do, not just one or the other, but both, which can eventually produce solid results. The rewards for your hard work or the return on your investment will reflect what energy you have put into stabilizing your life. This energy should not be restrained, but consciously directed. Excessive restriction may cause an explosion down the line, whereas a solid base contains the fire, so it becomes useful, productive, and often beautiful as well. So yes, the energy of Mars and the stability of Saturn coming together in an opportunity is very powerful. It's also personally who you are and what you want, and making something real or creating the boundaries around it to protect it. Protect what you love. So also on the 19th, Thursday, Mercury is going to square Neptune. So this is where we might get a little overwhelmed mentally. This is a mixed blessing energy. On one hand, it's good for spiritual study and giving your dreams a little energy if your schedule permits. On the other hand, it makes for major miscommunications between people. So, deep breath. Try to think before speaking, because if it's possible to misunderstand or not get it altogether, it can happen this week. Be careful not to let longing for your dreams to come true distort your judgment and mislead you into believing the illusion. With this energy, some people will deliberately deceive, and others have to be careful not to be misled. Stick to the facts or stay quiet for now. You may even be inclined to withhold information to avoid a confrontation. Don't do it. Communicate with yourself and God today. Otherwise, plan to be very clear in explaining yourself to others, the humans, so there are no misunderstandings. Okay, so again, just mental clarity. And this is a really good time and week as we approach solstice for you to take that time out and use it for a creativity break or imagination break or reviewing the year break. Okay, because that leads us to the 21st, Saturday, winter solstice. Officially is when the sun moves into Capricorn. So the sacred season of winter solstice is about initiation and renewal of the foundation. Renewing your faith. Here's your bullets list. If you're on the blog, it's a beautiful infographic. Broadening your vision, consolidating your efforts, deepening your dedication, acknowledging a turning point, initiating a new one-year cycle, owning your power and inner authority, assessing and completing the past one-year cycle, honoring the new beginning, return of the light, balancing your inner feelings with your outer actions, using the sacred season to rest, replenish, and ruminate. Okay, this is the 6-week period between December 21st and essentially February 1st. And this is a seed time. It's the darkest time of year in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, they're having the most light. So, as I told Shanta when we were trying to decide the best day to do the call, that today, the 21st, is a Scorpio moon, which is magical for actual solstice. So if you do find yourself with some time in sacred space, doing any kind of personal ceremony or ritual is deeply supported. For our gathering, Monday is a Sag moon, which will make it more festive for us to be together as we seed the vision for the new year and move toward the Capricorn new moon solar eclipse to seal the deal on initiating a new decade. But more on that next week. For now, try to find a magical portal of your own to turn inward during this active holiday season and set your intentions for not just a new year, but for a brand new path and direction. What can you remember about 2009 to 2011, which is when it was a Capricorn North Node and a Cancer Capricorn eclipses? What do you remember about 2011 to 2013, the years that followed that? Would have been a Sag North Node and eclipses. That was actually the midpoint in the current cycle we are rebooting. And it's rebooting from back in 2000 to 2002 was the last time we experienced the very energy Cancer North Node, Cancer Capricorn eclipses we're experiencing right now. And coming to a theater near all of us in June begins the Gemini North Node and Gemini Sag eclipses that harken back to 2001 to 2003. So you see that whole zone of 2000 to 2003 is where we are renewing a whole new cycle. And anything that you can remember might be helpful and useful and relevant for making choices this go-round. Because as I've always told you, the cycles repeat, but the energetic sky pattern is different, so we have access to new energies that we've never had access to before. We've evolved in 19, 20 years, so we are different and we can respond different and we can make some new and different choices. That is the whole point of reflecting on these years and trying to find the common thread of the department of your life. So that would be the zone, the houses where these eclipses would have shaken things up repeatedly, during these years and in these particular zones. So all that said, we'd also like to gauge interest and availability for a global celebration together. Are you available Monday, December 23rd, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern? Please feel free to submit a registration here on my blog. There's a link straight to it, or you can go under offerings, under live and virtual circles. It says 2019-20 Winter Solstice. And submit a registration to let us know that you'd like to celebrate solstice with us or receive the replay. If 20 or more of you register, we will go through with it on Monday, the 23rd, and I will confirm that in next week's forecast. So let us know if you want to gather, because we'd love to. Winter solstice welcomes the new solar year and initiates the return of the light. Things appear dormant on the surface. However, much life is developing beneath the surface in preparation for spring. Gradually, as Mother begins to withdraw her energy from one side of the earth, she simultaneously begins to feed the other side, and nature begins to slowly reawaken, and the cycle of life continues. It is still a time of relative darkness and limited mobility, so you are most supported for working behind the scenes, communing with other realms, honoring darkness and silence, while receiving, taking in, and processing new information, nourishment, and replenishment. It is time to clarify your intention for the year and prepare for those necessary first steps, new actions, and forward movement. This sacred season is about what you feel on the deepest levels is right for you personally. As you create space to move from that center within you, the inner core stability of knowing your truth and purpose, it becomes automatic and you become a more dynamic participant in life. It's time to clarify your overall purpose and create the container that will support and protect that goal or purpose for the entire year. It's time to take the past year's fruits of your labor and put them to good use. It's time to set your intentions for what you want to create within and without. It's time to strategize about the future while building on what is solid and worthy. And it's time to get serious and practical about what you want and design a plan for success. Questions to contemplate at the turn of the season. What do you want to accomplish in 1 year? Set one tangible and one intangible goal for yourself. How will you define progress on a monthly basis, quarterly basis, semi-annual basis? Break your goals into manageable pieces or stages of development. What completed, ended, or died in the last year that has actually cleared space and freed up energy for you? Give yourself credit for completions and get excited about the new possibilities. If you want to go deeper, rituals, seasonal practice, anything you do for 30 or 40 days creates change and a new pattern in your life. Ceremony is honoring the season, the unique moment, which is technically 11:20 p.m. on Eastern Time, Saturday the 21st. So if you want to do your ceremony, adjust for your time zone. Animal guides that you work with, tune in, look for, and listen to the messages of your own guides. I love Owl for December and guiding winter solstice, so we tune into Owl for certain messages, and if you're catching this a little later, January will be Puma. So Soul Sister Circle is about to launch, and that will give you time for yourself and replenishment via community support, which we love. So happy solstice, happy new year. This is the official new beginning. I'm so excited about a new decade. That is a lot to consider and contemplate, so absolutely reach out if you feel called to get a reading of any sort. There is a page on my site under Offerings, Readings with Kelly. There's a couple of special ones. There's certain ones broken up by denomination and time and budget. It's all very easy. If you would like to reach out, feel free. And next week I will talk more about the eclipses because they're very important and they are affecting us all. No one is exempt. And if you'd like to get together to celebrate the turn of the wheel with Shanta and I, we would love to do that Monday the 23rd. So touch base on my site, hit that registration, and let us know if you're interested, and we will get it organized. All right, everyone? Thank you so much, and have a fantastic week.
This is Kelly Beard of KarmicTools.com, and I am so grateful for your time, energy, and support. Please share this with those you think would resonate, and reach out if and when you need to. Kelly at KarmicTools.com. The goal of my weekly forecast is to alert you to the energies and activations that we're all experiencing and the possibilities for conscious co-creation as an individual. Awareness of the energies is the first key, but I invite you to take it to the next level by checking out my readings, telecircles, and subscriptions, which are all geared toward individual support that helps you understand your own unique blueprint. My specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. To some, working with their own cycles and patterns is a completely new and foreign concept, but there are many planetary cycles that coincide with natural life cycles that allow us to co-create in mystical as well as practical ways. I create custom tools that I have tried and tested myself for over 30 years, and I do the work alongside my circle every time. So I hope you will reach out if you feel called to dive deeper into your own soul's natural rhythm. Talk to you soon. One love.